All right, all right. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Let's get IG going. Good afternoon. How are you guys doing out there today? Okay, here we are. We're live on IG. All right, guys, welcome, welcome. You guys hit like and share on this video. Hit like and share on this video. Today, we're going to talk about some good marketing trends for 2022 that's going to make your business grow. You guys are going to be able to take advantage of all this stuff because it has been said that 66% of the marketers are saying that this year is the year for growth, right? This year's the year for growth. And I think I'd mentioned that because we talked about the fact that we have learned so much in the last 2 years. We have put so much things together. We have tried different things, may not have worked. So we are way ahead of this game. So for 2022, this is the year for growth. We're going to make sure that everything we do is on point. So today we're going to talk about marketing trends for 2022 that's going to allow your business to really grow and for you to really succeed this year. All right. So hi, Makiba. Thanks for jumping in here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. How are you doing? So happy to see you always. All right, Larna. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for all those beautiful hearts. Yes. Hit like and share on this video. Thank you for sharing. Yes, yes, yes. So it's all about getting your small business up and running, and it's all about making it make money. And like I always said, there's a lot of money out there for everybody. It's just a matter of doing things right. And we are learning every single week on some of the tips that we are able to do to increase our business revenue. This is what we want to do, make sure we make more money. Okay. Then once we make the money, I'll teach you guys how to keep more of that money and not pay it all to the government in taxes. That's what we're going to really talk about. All right, so today we're going to talk about some business trends for 2022 for marketing, increasing your business. 3 main points I want to really point out to you guys today, and a lot of it has to do with, just some stuff that you can start doing right now that won't really cost you any money, okay? So this is the thing. Every time we talk about marketing, we always think about it. We have to have this huge budget. Yes, you should have a marketing budget. Don't get me wrong. You should have a marketing budget. But there's a lot of things that you could do right now yourself and or with the staff that you are or anyone that's assisting you. There's things you can do right now that's not going to cost you a whole lot. So we want to get started with what we got, right? So we can move ahead as opposed to just waiting around and trying to make sure we get these huge marketing dollars. We don't need that right now. As we go through these 3 tips today, you guys will see how you can use the information you have right now and improve your customer base, improve your client base, and make more money. Okay, so let's jump right in here. The first point we want to talk today, guys, is our customer needs. Okay, we hear this all the time. We're constantly saying this. You guys are on both ends of the totem pole, as they call it, right? You are a consumer as well as you are a business person, right? So you know that you want your needs met. You want to be satisfied on your end. When you call somewhere, you want to make sure that you are satisfied with the the response that you get. If you purchase an item, you want to be satisfied with that item. You want it to say wanted to do exactly what it says it's supposed to do. So you're on both ends of it. So you do understand customer needs and you do understand how to satisfy your customers. So one of the things about marketing before, normally everybody understands this, when people are out there, the marketers are out there and they're trying to make a sale. A lot of times they are just in the business of selling. They just want to sell you whatever it is that they're trying to sell you. They just want to sell you, right? You guys experience that. You want to go buy a car, they're just trying to save you that car. It doesn't matter if it fits your need. It doesn't matter if it's, it's something that you can, it can fit in your budget. They're not even concerned with any of that. Technically, they want to sell you a car. They want to sell you whatever that is, right? So, before, marketers are just trying to sell you stuff, and they're not concerned about whether or not that stuff is going to fit your needs. So what we want to make sure as a business owner, this is not our approach, right? We want to make sure we are concerned about the customer's needs. Okay, so that is key. It should be on top of your list. It should be on top of your company list. It should make sure that is the first thing that you think about when you are trying to sell your product to a customer and or sell your service to a client, right? So thank you guys for jumping over here on IG. Hey, King Kelly, thanks for jumping in here. Dave Management, thank you for jumping in as well. So this is what we want to make sure that we satisfy the customers. Now, there's a lot of data that's out there. Some of us as a small business don't have as much access to this, but a lot of the big corporations, big giants, they have a lot of data that they collect. When you are online, you're on the internet and you're browsing around and you click on certain things and your data is constantly being gathered, right? They are asking you to put in an email address every single time you click on something. So these big corporations out there, while you're on the internet surfing around, your information is being gathered, it's being collected. So they have all this data on you every time you click on a link, every time you open something, every time you surf somewhere. So a lot of major corporations, they have all this data. And what they do with this data is they use it to find out what it is that you are looking for, right? If you notice, every time you click on an item, every time you search for something, if you search for a broom, everything says broom is going to pop up in your face. Every company that sells it is going to show up. So they collect all this data. And with this data, they're able to find out exactly what people want. What are your needs? What exactly you're looking for so they can cater to this, right? But as a small business owner now, you probably, you don't have access to all that. But what you could do is you could make sure that you collect that information from your clients or your customers, collect their email, collect their phone numbers, collect that information so you can stay in contact with them. You can do certain things like surveys. You can ask them questions. You can ask them what it is that you could do better. You can ask them what it is that they need more than anything else from you as far as your service is concerned and or the product that you're selling. Okay, so you can ask about that stuff. Ask them what they would like to see more of. So as a small business, guys, collect this information personally. You could, or maybe you have a gadget or something in your place of business or online or on your website that they can fill this information out, because you don't have all of that data that most of those huge companies have. They have a lot of data on everybody because they buy that stuff. When you put your email in someplace or it's on Facebook, these large corporations, they have access to that information, right? They buy that information. They sell it to each other. So as a small business, gather this information from your customers, from your clients, have them fill out email addresses, have them give you phone numbers and things like that. Ask survey, ask questions, ask what they would need to see more of. And then this way you can have this information so you can service your customer and your clients, and you can satisfy their needs. Okay, so make sure that we do this. Again, like I said, even as a small business, we can do these things, right? We can do these things even on the ground level that we are. You don't have to be a huge corporation and have this huge pocketbook and this big marketing budget. All right, so work with what you have so you can move forward. Okay, so that's the first point today. First point, satisfy your customers' needs. Hey Karen, thanks for jumping on here. Good afternoon. All right, so today we're talking about the small business marketing trends for 2022, and this is what's going to help our business to grow. So we're going to be so successful in 2022. I am telling you guys, y'all follow these points. They work. Okay. So second point today is number 2, guys, social media content. The content we're talking about today is important. We all know that you want to be on social media. You need to be on social media. That is a huge market for you, and it's a very inexpensive market for us as small business, right? So again, there's not this huge budget that you have. So what you want to do is use the social media. There's so many people on social media, so you want to be able to use it. However, what we want to talk about is the content, right? So before, again, like I said, when you're marketing, you just feel like, okay, you just put the product out there, you just put your business name out there, and everybody's going to gravitate towards it. But it's so much competition. People is on social media, and you know what they do. You have done it too. You just slide down, and you just look through the feed, and you just fly past the feed, and you just keep going, right? We all do it. We do it. And so, I mean, everybody else is doing it. So you just go through the feed, and then you're just flying through the feed. So what we want to do is make sure that our social media content, right? Make sure that we have high image photos. Make sure that the content is great so that it's going to be eye-catching. So when somebody's scrolling through the feed, they'll see your ad, they'll see, your brand, they'll see you, and then they'll stop and pay attention to it. So it's very important to make sure that your content is really superb. One of the things that does for you is people tend to gravitate and believe, right? If you look at a good content from a company, it gives you credibility. I'm like, okay, they know what they're doing. They know what they're selling. They know what they're talking about. So it makes people want to look at that. So you have to have high quality image, guys, to make sure that you're out there branding your company. And so when people is flying through the feed, you'll pop out, they'll stop, they'll pay attention, and they will trust your company. This is the key. They will trust your company. So that's one of the things that you want to make sure. Hey, Cunningham, thanks for jumping in. All right. So yeah, so that is really important. Make sure that your content is of quality, and make sure that you put it out there. Make sure that you have a story-driven information so that people can understand what it is that you are doing, what you're selling them, what the product is, or what the service is. Very important. So the content is so important, guys. Again, it's better than just if you just put your company name out there and just write something up and think that everyone is going to pay attention. That's not going to happen. They're going to fly past it so much that you've done it. You went past so many things in your feed and you don't even pay attention to it, right? So make sure that it's interesting, right? So when the folks go through the feed and it's your content, make sure it's interesting. And what happens is they'll share it. They like what they see. They like the content. They like the photograph. They like the ad. They like all this stuff. And so what they will do is, okay, well, they'll share this, right? They will share because there's some information that they can use and information they want other people to be able to get and other people to be able to use. So they will share that. Okay. So once again, good content will build credibility in your business. It will allow people to pay attention once they see it. It allows them to share it, allows other people to get it. This, again, will bring more business to your company and allow your business to grow and make a whole lot of money, right? So, see, and that doesn't really cost you a whole lot. You can get great content just from a lot of stuff. Some great iPhones can create great content. So, look, this is inexpensive marketing, but stuff that you really, really, really need to do to make sure that your business stay on top. Look, you're competing with a lot of folks out there, and you're also competing with the big guys, right? So there's a lot of competition out there, so you need to make sure that you stand up from the rest. All right. So that's my second point today, guys. All right. So this is so, I just love this stuff because, again, it's all about making money, and we just got to make sure that we're on point. It's like I said, it's just not what we say. It's just what we really do. So you have to get on the job and make it happen, right? Make it happen. So the third point today, guys, that I want to talk about is education. So what that means is normally back in the old days, you were a marketer, you just want to sell something to somebody. So you're just like, okay, well, buy this. You're just trying to sell it. If it's a service, you're just trying to sell them insurance. You can buy this and you can buy that. People don't really understand what it is you're selling them or why you're selling them. They don't even know if they really need what you're selling them. Okay, so we've all gone through this. We've all been I don't want to call it a victim, but we've all been one of those folks that folks have sold us stuff that we didn't even know why we even buy anything after all, or it didn't even really work. We didn't have any knowledge of what it is, whether it's a product, again, or whether it's a service. They could be selling you all kinds of stuff. And, maybe you have a good salesperson, they're talking you into buying this stuff. But is it something that you really need, right? Is it something that you really need? And once you find that out, you do not want to have that company that now just sells stuff that people don't really need. They don't understand why they got it. And of course, that reputation is just really not good. So you want to educate your customers. You want to educate the consumer. You want to educate your clients. So it's not about selling them something. It's about educating them. Let them know why it is that they should get this item, right? How it's going to serve their purpose, how it's going to fulfill their needs, how important this is going to be for them, right? The benefit. Explain this, educate them on it, right? So once you do this and a person understand, oh, okay, so that does work, that does make sense. I do need that water filter in my house, or I do need, this car is good because I do drive a lot of miles and this does make sense. It is a gas saver. Educate them on whatever it is that you're selling so that you can make the sale. Don't just try to push the item on a person, right? Hey, Sylvia. Hi, sis. How are you? Good job. Thank you. Thank you. So this is what we're talking about, educate them. So, and if it's a service, let the people understand the importance, right? The importance of doing this stuff, the importance of doing your accounting, why you need to get it done, the importance of doing your tax returns, why you need to file those things, right? The importance of why you need to do this stuff. I don't have to sell you, come and do your taxes. Once I tell you that you need to do them or why you need to do them, then you're going to know that, hey, I really need to get this done, right? So this is the thing. You know why. You understand why. You understand your business. And if you understand what people are trying to sell you, and if they educate you and make you get it, you will know that this is something I really need, is really going to work for my purpose. And this will allow people to really buy your product, or they will buy your service. Okay, so this is really the key, educating. People want to know more about the things that they're getting. And again, we're thinking about all the competition that's out there. You got to stand out from the rest. Everybody is selling, and expecting people to just buy. But that's not how you're going to do this, right? Your marketing strategy is going to be to educate your consumer, educate your client, educate your customers, right? So that's my third point today, guys. I am so excited about this stuff because, again, this is some simple stuff that we can just really do. It's just a matter of putting the time into it, getting it done, and it really, really works. Okay, it really works. And you sit back and you wonder why somebody else's business is doing better than yours. Well, it's probably what they're putting into their business, and it doesn't mean they got more money than you do. That is usually not the case. They are doing what it takes to make it work, and that's the reason why it looks like they are doing so much more successful than you are. Okay, so it's what you put into it. All right, so let's just recap these 3 points today, why your small business marketing trend for 2022 and why this year is going to be so much more successful. And that's what I'm going to hammer home all year, because you guys are going to get it. We're going to make this money. So the 3 points today, first one is customer needs. Cater to the needs of your customer. Don't just try to sell them and market them, market to them and say, oh, you need to get this. Don't just try to sell. You want to cater to their needs. You want to get information from them. You want to develop data so you know exactly what the customer needs, what your client needs. You want to know what it is that's going to suffice. It's going to satisfy them, right? Their experience is important. Put that on top of your list, okay? And once you do that, guys, it will sell itself. You don't have to do anything else. And not only that, they will help you sell your product or your service, because then they will share the word with someone and said, well, this was great and the experience was wonderful and I really enjoyed it. So this is where you should go. Okay, so first one, customer needs, number one, very important. Second point today, the social media content. We're all on social media. We've all been flying through our feeds. We really see stuff that we just go and bypass. Okay, so your content is very important. Make sure it's high quality. Make sure it's interesting. Make sure it tells a story. Make sure it's eye-catching. And what happened is people will see it. They will stop. They'll read it. They'll see what it is. They'll share it, right? They'll call your company. It also, one thing, more than all, it also gives your business credibility. You see great content, you're going to be like, okay, this is a great company. They are really to be trustworthy. That's what people is looking for, so they can do business with you. Okay, so make sure that your content is great. Make sure that it looks good. And point number 3, education. Educate your client, educate your customers. Make sure that they understand what it is that you're selling them, what it's the use of it, how they're going to benefit from it. This is the whole thing. People want to know this. Once they know that they'll benefit from what it is that you're selling them, whether it's a product, whether it's a service, and you guys put yourself on the other side. I always say this, put this you on the other, but we've all been there. We are business owners. We're also consumers. We also buy stuff and from other folks, and we also know how they come at us when it's time to market something. So you want to just do just the opposite. You want to do what satisfies you, what pleases you, and what makes you want to buy that product or service from the company, right? So this is what you're going to do this year. You're going to brand your business, and you are going to have a different marketing approach. It's not about the product. It's about your customer. It's about the consumer. It's about educating the folks that you're trying to sell to. And it's about making sure that your content and your business and your brand is out there and looks amazing. All right, so that's my 3 points today, guys. That is my 3 points today. Hit like and share on this video. If you guys have any questions or need any help or any assistance with any of this stuff, feel free to give us a call here at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting at 323-290-9034. And if you need any of our services to assist you along the way, you can visit our website at probiztax.com. We'll be happy to assist you along the way. Okay, so you guys join us back here on Thursday, and we will be talking about, Thursday, January the 13th, the COVID-19 Economic Relief Bill update, advanced child tax credit update. There's so many things that COVID bill did that is so, it was helpful at the time, but right now, guys, you're going to really need to understand what it actually did to your taxes and what it's going to do to those taxes. You're going to really need to understand all the changes and all the updates. So we're going to cover a few of them. Of course, it's a lot, but we're just going to cover a few of them on Thursday. So come back here at 1 o'clock. Get your friends on board. Hit like and share on this video. If you have any questions, any concerns, anything else you need to see, you guys, put it in comment below, okay? So with that said, I want to thank you guys for jumping on here. I will see you guys back here wait a minute, where are we? Thursday. On Thursday. Okay, on Thursday. You know, these days are flying by. I know. So I'll see you guys back here on Thursday. You have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon. And you guys take care of each other and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.